Hello everybody, I've had to come on here because my stupid phone has run out of storage and I don't know why it does it because there's plenty of storage on it, the SD card, and it has to be keep transferring it. So I'll have to do that later. Anyway, I wanted to come on regarding Foodie Beauty and the documentary she made about the Gulf War. She was reading from a script, clearly. Very stilted, no emotion, nothing personal whatsoever. Some of us were there during the Gulf War, Chantal. I was there, Desert Shield, part of Desert Storm. You didn't get the date right. It was the 2nd of August 1990 when Iraq invaded Kuwait. Everybody was panicking. People wanted their passports so they could get out the country. They came to me to help them get their passports. Many people left. Those of us who remained were given a small pay rise. You went to that museum, touching the truck, touching the tank, sticking your fingers in the bullet holes and reading from a script. You know nothing. You are ignorant. It became real to most of us when we saw body bags being unloaded from aircraft. Body bags. That made it real to us. It made it real to us when we saw trucks of US soldiers mainly on the roads. We were going one way, a lot of them were coming the other way. Every time we went into the desert to go on a hash, a walk, a run. You and Salah visited a museum, Akka, a decimated house, decimated by the army of Iraq. You were talking about Kuwaiti soldiers. You never mentioned, apart from saying I'm sure it's not fun or whatever for both sides, you never mentioned other soldiers who were involved, did you? Iraqi soldiers are people too. US soldiers who were there. Other nations who were there. Soldiers that came away with post-traumatic stress disorder. Soldiers who came away with injuries. You never mentioned them. All you mentioned was the Kuwaiti martyrs. Do you know why? It's a silly question, I know. But do you know why Saddam Hussein invaded Kuwait? Do you know the reason why? And do you know the reason why the United States was so adamant about targeting him, the man, getting rid of him and desecrating his body? Do you know why? And do you know what the results are of that? Of the fact that Iraq is now basically in chaos. Bad though he was, cruel though he was, he held the place together. You can't just read from a script. I've written a couple of things down here somewhere. which I've already said. Reading from a script and a truckload of soldiers, I think that's all I wanted to say, actually. But you know nothing of the chaos of where I worked, of people panicking because they wanted to get home, the urgency for flights, the overbooked flights, soldiers from the airbase who I knew also being involved in the Kuwaiti war. Not talking from a script, I'm talking from personal experience and what those men went through. It wasn't just Kuwaiti soldiers who suffered. It was Iraqi soldiers, although you discount them, I suppose. It was American soldiers. It was soldiers from the other countries who came together to liberate Kuwait. They all suffered. Some of them were injured. We saw the injuries. Many of them suffered from, and probably are still, even after all this time, 32 years on. Can't believe how time has gone. You laugh about my age because you're a fool. You laugh about my time in Saudi Arabia, saying it didn't count because it was so long ago. Well, why are you visiting a museum? Why are you talking about things that you know nothing about? Why? You are in no position to talk about anything in regards to the Muslim world. No position at all. You do not work as a journalist. You are not a commentator. You do not present documentaries. You are not a historian. What you are is a person who is playing a role for a man, who is wearing a hijab, not for Allah, but for a man, and the abaya. Many Kuwaiti women, Muslim women, devout women, prefer not to wear the hijab or the abaya. You wear it and you make a mockery of it. Did you know using filters on your phone is haram? Did you know that, strictly speaking, your eyebrows should be covered? It's hair. All your hair should be covered as far as possible. Did you know? Did Salah not tell you when he was telling you to, on numerous occasions, to fix your hijab? What happened to the niqab? You said nobody was going to see your beautiful face again, apart from your husband and your relatives. How long did that last? Not long. Not long at all. It's disgusting what you're doing. You don't wear it, take it off, wear it, take it off. It's not a game. It isn't a game. And when you get back to Canada, and you're still a married woman, presumably, what are you going to do? What is Salah going to expect you to do? Are you going to be wearing the hijab and the abaya? It will be interesting to see. One more thing. During your documentary, the call for prayer occurred. Salah and you, but Salah in particular, carried on with the filming, is he Muslim or is he not? Why did he not acknowledge and cede to that call for prayer? Why didn't he? Is he a Muslim or is he not? Are you a Muslim or are you not? You had the audacity to quote from the Quran. A holy book you've never even read. All for clicks, all for money. Playing at being a Muslim, all for clicks, all for money. And you're highly offensive to many Muslim people, many Muslim men and women. I've seen the comments in other quarters of women saying that, women who live in Kuwait even, who are saying that they strongly object to what you're doing. You're no different to you're no different to the woman you were before, removing your pictures from Instagram. What's that supposed to mean? You should remove them all. Your near pornographic videos and your gluttonous videos. If you're sincere in converting and being a good Muslim wife, you should remove them all. Yalla.